Hi everybody, I'm Jeremy and I'm back with a new deck tech video. This video happens to be for the Pokemon trading card game. The Pokemon trading card game is actually still pretty sweet. Again, like most of the card games I used to play, it's changed a lot compared to back then and now. Back then I didn't actually even play really the card game at all, I just kind of dicked around with the cards. But here's my deck. It's an Emboar Mewtwo deck, or Emboar like Reshiram deck, depending on how you want to look at it. Pretty much it's a mono fire Emboar deck. So here's the list. We start with 3 of the Boundaries Crossed to Pigs. The reason why I like them is because pretty much they have 1 retreat cost and 60 HP. There's a Pig that has 70 HP, but it has 2 retreat cost. And I'd much rather get this thing catchered up and knocked out. Honestly, I'd rather get this catchered up and knocked out than get the 2 retreat cost catchered up and then them just like never really knock it out and just kind of leave me stranded. I play 3 of the Fire Fandango Emboar. I have 2 of the promo and 1 of the original. Now, what Fire Fandango is it pretty much, that's what the whole deck is about, is the Fire Fandango Pokepower. So what it says is that pretty much while this is in play, I can take as many fire energies as I want from my hand anytime during my turn before I attack, and put them on my Pokemon. So pretty much, instead of the 1 energy attached per turn, I get as many as I want, as long as they're basic fire. Well, I play like all basic fire. So I get to pretty much just attach all the energy. That makes my really big attackers just come out of the gate swinging on the first turn. So that's those. And then I have a few unmodified cards in here, so they're not really tournament legal. The shop I play at is pretty casual, so it doesn't matter. This is the first one. Jirachi. It's Jirachi, I think it's from a Heart Gold set. I honestly can't remember the set on this one. But this Jirachi is pretty sweet for a few reasons. A, it's got 60 HP, so it's decent HP for a basic. Not super great, obviously, not EX level. 2 is 0 retreat cost, so I can just kind of have it up there, and then it doesn't really matter. I can always pull it back, and it makes it so they can't really get catchered. Pokepower is that if it's ever knocked out during my opponent's turn, I can search my deck for any card and put it in my hand. I don't have to reveal that card. It's called a tutor in Magic, so I'm going to call it tutoring in this game. So she tutors for anything. I'm assuming that's a she. Jirachi tutors for anything. Detour is an attack that costs 0 energy. If I have a supporter in place, pretty much play the supporter that turn, I copy that supporter as the effect of this attack, which is nuts. I can't tell you how many times I won the game by like double Skyla or double Sharon or like and play all the cards I want and again at the end of the turn. Amazing card. The other attack, I guess it has another attack, cost a steel energy. I don't have steel. It's, was it 20 damage to anything, not affected by weakness and resistance. The other pokes that are in my deck are 3 Emolgas from Dragon's Exalted. Show you the reverse hollow one here. The big attack that matters on this, again, it's a 70 HP, no retreat cost, and then Call for Family is 1 colorless. You find 2 basic Pokemon from your deck, and you put them on your bench, and you shuffle your deck. That lets me get, like, Tepig in play, and then evolve it on my next turn. That lets me get my EXs in play. It lets me put Bouffalant in play. Bouffalant's a pretty sweet poke. It's a basic 100 HP, 2 retreat cost. His Pokepower is that any damage that would be dealt to him is reduced by 20, period. After applying weakness and resistance. Just reduced by 20. And then Gold Breaker is triple energy, but again, with our Emboar, it lets us put all the energy we want, so it's not that big of a deal. Plus, we play double colorless. It does 60, and if the defending Pokemon's an EX, it does 120. It actually knocks out Mew EX in 1 hit, which is pretty sweet. Knocks out every other Pokemon in 2 hit, every other EX in 2 hits, including if they have a Evolite on them. It'll actually still knock them out in 2 hits, which is pretty awesome. And now we have 2 awesome-looking full-face Reshirams. These are like one of the first big attackers in the deck. They're 130 basics, 130 HP basics, double retreat cost, 2x weak to water. They have Outrage for double colorless, which is 20 plus the number of damage counters on them. And Blue Flare is Fire colorless for 130, or for 120, my bad. HP is 130. For 120, God, these bubbles so bad. For 120, and you have to discard 2 fire energy. Again, like, we can power this thing up pretty quick, and it's just nice to like stick out there on like the first turn. If we ever draw a double colorless or just 2 fire energy, starts attacking really hard. The next Pokemon that we have in the deck are 2 Mewtwo EXs. Anybody who's been playing this game, even like semi-competitively, will understand what these cards do. 170 HP, double colorless, X-Ball. X-Ball says 20 times the number of energies attached to Mewtwo and the defending Pokemon. Well, in a deck that the whole point is to get as many energies onto Mewtwo as you can, it becomes really powerful. Much weaker against other decks that also play Mewtwo, though, because the first person to put the Mewtwo as active probably gets it knocked out by the other one. 1 Entei EX. I need to get a second one of this really badly. But he's got a lot of really relevant things. First off, he's monstrous. He's got 180 HP. He's got triple retreat cost, which actually in this deck, it's still sort of a drawback, but it's also sort of a plus, because you can tutor him with the heavy balls we play. Fire Fang, for 1 fire and a colorless, does 30, and they're instantly burned. Grand Flame, as you can see, is 90 for fire, colorless, and then you pick up a fire energy from your discard pile, and you attach it to one of your Pokemon. One of your benched Pokemon, so it can't be to him, but he already has this massive attack, so it doesn't really matter. I've had Entei attacking on turn 2, and like pulling up energy that I've used for computer search and stuff like that. Now we're going to go on to the supporters. I play double Skyla, because she's broken. I honestly debate about going up to 3, but I don't have a third one yet. Double Skyla is amazing. She searches for any trainer in your deck, including supporters, items, whatever you want. She finds it. Awesome card. It deck thins really well. It finds our rare candies when we need them. It finds our other supporters, catchers, switch, whatever. Triple N. We like to keep our hands full in this deck, and the deck, when it like starts out slow, it starts out really slow. So I like the ability to just keep refilling my hand, and sometimes, you know, late game, if you're on the losing end, it actually becomes good for you because it's card advantage. Your opponent lose cards. 1 Cillian, he finds 3 basic energies. That's all he needs to do for us. The fact that you can like rip this late game or even early game and supply your guys with nearly endless amounts of energies, especially with like Entei, and I play some energy retrievals in here, it gets pretty bonkers. Like, this card's an amazing top deck late game too. I play double Juniper. It's not as good in this deck because we don't have that many ways to recur our guys, and we really don't have the Entei and a few other cards that really deal with the graveyard too much. So I don't want to play too many, but at the same time, I do want to be able to, you know, if I have like an Emboar and a couple attackers in play, I want to be able to ditch a hand that's full of some non-active cards and get some really good like energies and catchers and switches. So we're just playing the 2 Junipers. We play 2 Sharons. He's just a +2 as a supporter. Maybe he should be like another Juniper and another N, but I haven't really played around with the numbers too much. I've just kind of been playing this deck casually on Saturdays, so I don't really invest a whole bunch of time into it. I probably will invest a little bit more effort into some of the other games I'm playing since I'm doing these videos, and I do, you know, I want to get better at everything I do. So these will probably become something the next time I do an update. Maybe like another Skyla? Maybe. I'm not sure yet. 2 energy retrievals. This is the old one. This is the new one. What they do is they say pick up 2 basic energies and put them in your hand as a regular item trainer. So it's awesome. It's really, really good. It's sweet. It does everything you need it to. It picks up your energies after your burns. It picks up energies from knocked out pokes. And then the 2 energies, I can, as long as I have an Emboar play, put in play instantly. I just put them down. Now, these are the first cards that are old, but are kind of placeholders for new cards. 4 Gust of Winds. Should be 4 Pokemon catchers, but again, I haven't really invested that much. So the 4 Gust of Winds. It says, I pick one of your bench Pokemon, it's your active. This card has changed how Pokemon plays. When Gust of Wind is legal, or any kind of like gust effect is in the format, or, you know, available at all, it changes everything. Like, hell, my basics are based off which ones are better when gusted into play or catchered up. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. 2 heavy balls. I'm going to get on to the... There we go, the balls that I'm playing. Play 2 heavy balls. What they do is they let me find Emboar, they let me find Entei, and they would let me find Pignite, but I'm not playing him anymore. But they let me find Emboar and Entei, which really is enough, you know, that's enough reason to play them. They're free tutors. Now that I've cut Pignite, I might actually cut a heavy ball and make it a second of these kind of great balls. This is the great ball that's currently legal. What it says is you look at your top 7, you find a Pokemon, reveal it, put it in your hand. This is the great ball that's no longer legal, but I still like to play it. It says find a basic, put it on your bench. Now, why the fact that I can just find a basic other than find a random card? You know, Restram's not a basic, but due to, I think, an oversight of rulings, Pokemon EX are basics. So it can find any of my attackers effectively and just put it in play as a trainer. It's insane. One Luxury Ball, it can find any Pokemon that isn't in a level X, and I put it in my hand. This is almost cheating to play, to be honest. Like, most of these are replacements for older cards. They're never going to print, or replacement for newer cards. They're never going to print a card like this again. It's just way too good. It does have the drawback that you can only play one of in your deck, because if there's a Luxury Ball in your or in your discard pile, then you can't play Luxury Ball. But honestly, that's not even that much of a drawback. You just play it like it's, you know, computer switch. You're going to only have the one of. 3 rare candies. You notice that this rare candy is not a rare candy. It is a Pokemon breeder. It's a rare candy. Yeah, rare candy says if you have a basic in play and a stage 2 of that basic in your hand, you can play rare candy, play the stage 2. So it's how you make an Emboar without going through Pig Night. Pretty basic. Triple Switch. Triple Switch is really important for this deck because Pokemon Catcher exists, and I play a heavy retreat cost Pokemon. Also, being able to switch out like a paralyzed poke or something is really relevant. These might go up to 4 switches, honestly, I'm not sure. Sometimes Switch becomes dead, but other times like I end a 6-card hand trying to get a Switch or something. One Pokemon Trader. It's the same card as Pokemon Communication, and honestly, I'll probably update it to Pokemon Communication, but he just looks so dapper in his hat. Pokemon Trader says you take a Pokemon from your hand, shuffle it into your deck, find a Pokemon, put that Pokemon in your hand. So it's just a good way to, like, you know, say you have like an extra to Pig or something, you need to go to, you know, Mewtwo or a Reshiram. You can just play that, and it's a trainer, not a supporter, so you can play that and then like Juniper the rest of your hand away or something. I play one old computer search because I don't have the A-Spec version, and at my shop again, it doesn't really matter. Computer search says discard 2 cards from your hand, find a card in your deck, and put it in your hand. This card's insane. If this card was in like any other game, I think it would be banned, to be honest, because it's way too good. One Monster Reborn, also known as Revive in this game. Revive says take a basic Pokemon from your discard, put it on your bench. This says I bring back my Mewtwo EX. This says I bring back my Entei. I bring back Jirachi if I need to, and then make it the active so I can tutor for another card. It's Monster Reborn. The card's awesome. It does some insane things. Now for my energies, the lineup's pretty sweet, and because I'm playing the Emboar deck, obviously, I don't really get to play with like a lot of cool multi-energies, but I play 3 double colorless, because it works with Emboar and Mewtwo. Or sorry, not Emboar. It works with Bouffalant Mewtwo, and I guess it works with Emboar, because you go double colorless, 2 fire, and he can attack, but it's not really the most cost-effective thing. Pretty much these work with Mewtwo, and they count as 2 energies for Mewtwo. So Mewtwo attached with this, attacking a poke with no energies, does 40 damage. So it's pretty sweet. And the rest of them are all fire energies. These are my cool fire energies. These are my not so cool fire energies. Let me actually move over so the camera can see a little bit. So I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fire energies. Again, I can recur them with a few of the cards in my deck. I don't want to draw too many fire energies and no like Pokemon, because that's just terrible. And then, so I'm playing 3 double colors. So I'm playing 13 energies in the deck. It's fine. There are some times where I'm a little bit energy starved, but then there are also some times where I'm kind of swollen with energy, so I don't know. I think it's a fine number. The deck's pretty good. I'm trying to think. I wasn't able to attend the last like little tournament we did, but in the league play, I pretty much just play against gym leaders, and I think I win 4 games for every one I lose, so it's pretty good. Like, the deck is pretty sweet. There are some just, like, obviously unfair cards in it. Like, Mewtwo's probably too good, to be honest. Especially because a lot of people there don't really play Mewtwo's. But, I don't know. The deck's good. I think it's sweet. If there are any, like, good Pokemon players out there who want to help me, you know, if you want to critique this deck, go for it. Add your comments and stuff down below. I would love to hear some comments about this deck. Because the guys at the shop that I play at, like, don't get me wrong, they're awesome players, and I really respect all the professors and the gym leaders there, but they've all pretty much told me that it's as good as it's going to get. I think I can squeeze like a little bit more out of this deck, so if anybody else sees something that we've all missed, please definitely add your comments, or, you know, tell me that the deck's terrible and I should just be playing, I don't know, like Trachean Darkrai or something. Just give me some comments, give me some feedback, tell me what you think about Emboar, Mewtwo, Reshiram. And if you like my videos, if you like what I'm doing here, please like, favorite, subscribe, and talk to me. I like hearing what you guys have to say. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'm Jeremy, and I will be talking to you guys later.